And there's the game. He was floating in midair for a second. I was a little worried. Hello. How you
Hey
doing?
gamers.
Hey gamers. I'm gonna
I
zoom
saw your
in.
line.
Huh?
I saw your line, Mark. What are you gonna do about it? You just gonna take that?
I'm gonna go over there and kiss you. How about that?
Please do. I'm very lonely.
I've also been very touch-starved, man. Shit
Yeah.
sucks.
Don't get into long distance relationship, guys. It sucks.
Yeah, never do it. In fact, I'm gonna end mine right now. No.
Wow, this is a short playthrough. All right,
Yeah, well, so thank you for watching Rayman.
counts out of 3 episodes.
We made it into 3 episodes. Hot dog. I
Never
really,
thought we got this far, so you know that's a record.
That's... Oh dang. I really love this part where you're just like raiding this hoodlum camp, like just as Rayman, you're just storming this flipping camp and killing everybody inside. It's kind of awesome.
Uh, Mark, 2024, killing everyone inside. It's kind of awesome.
It is though. Killing? Pretty cool. Put that on my presidential campaign poster.
I mean, honestly, they'll probably like help you in the polls here in the States.
Yeah, most likely actually. I mean, as a president, you have to commit a certain number of war crimes. You have a quota to hit.
Okay.
This is just getting sad. I'm gonna move on to a different topic. How about that?
What do you want to talk about?
Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, what about it?
What about it? I just got it on my 3DS and it's kind of neat, but it's a very different kind. It has very different kind of vibes, but it's just cute to play that game in 3D for the first time, which is also how it was originally envisioned. You know, with the GameCube originally having support for 3D at some point during development, but then later it was taken out.
Yeah,
It's kind of awesome.
I guess Nintendo was really gung-ho about the idea of like having 3D games, and eventually they got it. But like that was the 3D feature on 3DS was like the least. It really was not a great. It really was not a good feature. It was a neat little gimmick, but like it really didn't go anywhere.
Interesting. I hear a lot of people saying that, but I've always flipping loved the 3D effect on it. Like, I always thought it was really cool.
Well, like I said,
so
it's a neat gimmick, but like it's also not necessary, especially since like you have to like hold it a certain way for it to work, and like if you do it for too long, it's like kind of hurts your neck and shit.
True, I suppose. I think it's really fun to play it with, like most games actually. Like, flipping the sensation of speed is so much enhanced in Mario Kart, and just Kid Icarus Uprising is fantastic with 3D. Like, just the layers of background is gorgeous.
But yeah, I still have that. I haven't played like past, I don't know, the 3rd level or something.
Oh, I flipping love Kid Icarus Uprising. I love 3DS games. It's so fun. It's such a fun era of games.
I really love New Moon, like Luigi's Mansion New Moon.
Oh yeah, very fun.
I like.
Switch remake came out this year.
Oh yeah.
It's a thing that happens. Everybody forgot about it, but it happened.
Did you say it looked worse, like when you saw it?
Yeah, they smoothed the models a little bit, so there's more polygons and stuff. Textures are a little bit enhanced, but overall the quality of lighting effects, some of it is just like gone. Like some of the color is slightly washed out a little bit. It's just overall it just looks a little less appealing. Overall, it's mostly the same, but just I don't know. They couldn't even do that. It's a little sad.
Oh god, inflation fetish. Oh no.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Don't look away. Look away. Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes as I zoom in on this floating body.
Can you, okay, when you're editing this, can you cut to that one Space Jam clip of like them inflating the live action dude?
What? Oh my god, the Space Jam clip, right! Oh my god.
Okay, there you go. I thought like, oh god, do I have to pull it up for him?
Am I gonna have to be that guy to be the only one in the room who knows the inflation clip from Space Jam? It's just going to be awkward in some way.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. There's a lot of. I don't know. This is gonna be a topic of the video. Probably not, but like.
I guess so. Inflation and you. Welcome.
I was just thinking, like, I don't know how people like come across these fetishes and realize, oh, I'm into this. Like, I guess it's one thing if you find someone attractive, like a fat person attractive or whatever, but like it's another thing when like you have like inflation. How do you learn that you're into this?
I don't know. People in the comments. What are you into and why? Don't actually. I think we should keep it safe for work, as possible. Okay. But yeah, you know, that is interesting. I do wonder how that happens.
I feel like Mark's channel would be like child friendly if he didn't always invite me and or Hayne onto the channel.
I suppose. Well, I do say fuck a lot, so I guess it's not entirely. I don't really care.
A lot of YouTube children's content say curse words, so who cares?
That is true, actually. Also, a lot of children channels are just weird. Just
Oh
weird.
God, don't even get me on that. I was watching this video about like, do you know what Super Mario Logan is, or like whatever it's called now?
Wasn't it like the one with the plushies?
Yeah, the one with the Jeffy plush and shit.
I might have seen that before, but I've never like actually seen it. You know, like I know it exists.
Right. My nephew likes it, and like it seems like some of the jokes are a bit crass, but also seems like they're fine for young kids. Because like one of the clips I was watching him watch, was like saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm just a great math dealer. Like I love dealing numbers to people." Like, okay, like, that's a funny wordplay for adults, but like that's not gonna do anything to kids. I think it's still
Yeah,
not
exactly.
appropriate. Anyway,
Yeah.
like God, I found this one. So I found like a video talking about like its copycats and like content farms, because of course it has that. And like they just get weird. Like there's one that video that had to get deleted off like a pair on like a knockoff channel. That basically was like the Rosalina stand-in plush had like vibrating panties on, and they had to go on.
Ugh.
Yeah, and it got, and that was like, a form of punishment for her. It got weird. It was gross.
That is disturbing.
Yeah.
Good God.
Anyway, now that we're back from Mark cutting that, so how are you guys doing?
No, it's fine. I'll keep that in.
What?
It's all good. I've never pretended to be like a child-friendly channel. I just don't like discussing topics in too much detail, I suppose.
So we're not gonna censor that, but we are gonna censor me telling you to off yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess censorship, that trying to attract censorship, like censorship in general, just has weird standards if you think about it for like 2 seconds.
I suppose so. Hey, everybody's comfortable with different things, and I have my own channel, and I curate it, and I do things with it sometimes when I feel like it.
I think there's this funny bit from Invader Zim where like a character was gonna like jump through a window. Was gonna jump through a window. It was like gonna crash through. The glass was gonna crash and everything. And S&P standards and practices said like, hey, change that because it looks like he's the window was already on the first floor, so he would have been fine. But like they said, change that because it kind of looks like a suicide attempt. And so basically all they changed was just like opening a window for him to jump out of. Like instead of like it being like crashing through the window, it's just now open.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. I know this exact scene that you're talking about actually.
Yeah.
There was one other change. They did indeed like the window was open if I recall correctly, but also he like flew upwards for no reason. Instead of making him fall down, the kid just jumps out of the window and goes like whee like into space.
That reminds me. Oh god, that reminds me.
Fantastic.
This one Dexter's Lab episode that was kind of a parody of Chuck E. Cheese. I can bring it back for now, baby. I did it. Anyway, it's not that kind of parody, but yeah, this episode where it's parodying Chuck E. Cheese, and at the end, in the storyboards, they had like this crowd kind of cheering and had their arms like raised up, but apparently that was misunderstood when it came to animation overseas. So the animation overseas just took that as like them about to fly, so they just flew over like the place, and they were. But the people found it funny. The crew found it funny, so they're just like, yeah, keep it in. It's fine. Like, no, it doesn't make any sense. It's not explained at all. It just happens. Deal with it.
That's great. Man, there's so much fun stuff about like development of cartoons that happens behind the scenes. It's just these unexplained strange things. Very fun.
Yeah, it actually explains some things, like other cartoons where it's a bit cheaper. It explains some things that, learning production stuff, explains things there that doesn't necessarily make sense upon first viewing. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah?
So there's some like cheap cartoons where something where like I don't know, a character blinks and they're not supposed to blink, like a statue or like a painting or something like that. And like you're wondering like, well, what, you had to put more effort into like mess this up. It turns out, but I followed like the executive producer on the DuckTales reboot on Tumblr for a bit, and he said like, yeah, sometimes they don't, when like channels are overseas, they don't get it. For every like error you see, there's 10 that we had to fix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a recurring character on that show was a character who had like a statue for a head, and every now and then the overseas animators will like have them blink, and it's creepy, so they have to change it.
Yeah, but that is so true. Like all the errors that you do see, like that's a fraction of all the errors that were actually in there at some point. Like so much work goes into animation and games and all this kind of stuff. Like it's a miracle that games turn out at all, you know, that they turn into a finished working product.
What was that bit from Lord Hater? Like, an animation's a hard work, and the people behind it should get more recognition.
Yeah, like, oh, animation is hard! God, I love Wander Over Yonder. Because you asked me the other day about, like, Weird Al songs, I've actually been watching more Wander clips. It's just such a good show, and I miss it so much.
I feel like the audience is not going to get the correlation between Weird Al and Wander. I asked for both Wander Over Yonder songs and Weird Al. And also Weird Al was on Wander Over Yonder, so there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Also, there's a nice little Rayman 1 reference right here in Rayman 3, like, very surprising, but you could just... Like, this is a sprite from an enemy that has, like, one of these plums stuck on their head to indicate that you have to throw the plum at the stake. Like, as a reference to that. Like, only people who played the original game are gonna get that, so it's a little weird that they're using that symbol as a tutorial. But still, I found it such a cute nod as a kid.
That's neat. Is this where we end?
No, not quite. We still got about 9 minutes to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought it was the end of level, so like, okay.
No. I do tend to cut this, like, near the ends of levels, but, generally, there's quite a few levels. The episodes are about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, new power-ups. You've seen a lot of new power-ups come by in this episode. Like, there was the blue one that allows you to use, like, the kind of like the grappling hook thing, which is very similar to the one in Hat in Time, which is fun. And then there is this cool rocket thing, which I always found a nice minigame.
Oh, yeah, I think Skyward Sword, like from Legend of Zelda, had like a mechanic like this, where you had this little flying thing travel around, and you need to like use it to hit targets.
Yeah, well, guess what? Rayman 3 did it first.
All right, well, they should sue.
They should sue. Too bad nobody at Ubisoft gives a flip about a Rayman.
Yeah, and also like suing Nintendo, that shouldn't have any issues to it, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
They're not looking at this.
I feel like Ubisoft would have sued Nintendo during the Wii U era over anything, because they couldn't flipping shoot them. Ubisoft put so much into the Wii U with their like launch titles and everything, and exclusives, and then the Wii U just bombed hard.
I don't think you could sue someone over like just a failed console though.
No, just out of spite, you know.
They just find like they just find excuses.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
We had a policy they're not supposed to wear yellow shirts in the office, and Frank from accounting wore a shirt that had a yellow stripe on it. So I want like $70 million from that.
Hey, if it works, I'll take a piece of that pie. So, I love this enemy design so much. He's just like, it looks like his head flipping exploded and he throws bombs at you. He is so fun.
That is neat.
Yeah, he's a bitch to fight sometimes, but he's really fun. I just love all the enemy designs in this, like how everything's made out of like, just very subtly constructed out of just random crap that they found lying around. It's so fun. It's such a unique aesthetic.
It's like Machinarium. It's like Machinarium. Okay.
Don't know what that is.
We
Don't
played
care.
it on stream, dear. Like
I know. I know. I'm kidding.
Okay. It's like, oh man,
That was fun.
the effects of dementia are getting worse.
If I had dementia, I'm pretty sure I would remember such a thing. Sad. Hold on.
Oh, hey, you got. Do you want to talk about like playing? I don't know if this is anything to go off of. Playing Super Mario World when you were here, like on the SNES.
Mario World. Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna have to eat my words. I always say that I like Mario 3 the best from the classic Mario games, and that Mario World is kind of disappointing to me. Like Mario 3 is such a massive step up from Mario 1 and 2, and it just does so many things in an amazing way. And I just love it. I just love that game. I love the aesthetics, I love the music, I love the everything. And then Mario World is just kind of like, yeah, it's Mario World. I don't know. I never really much cared for it, but AJ has an old Super Nintendo, like an actual flippin' working Super Nintendo, and it's so cool. And I played Mario World on that, and then I get it. I was playing that and I was like, I understand now. Like, it's just seeing it on original hardware is such a different experience. And like right after I played Mario 3 on his NES Mini over there, it's just like yeah, okay, alright, okay, Mario World, you got this one. Like, just the cool effects that it has, like the sound quality, the visuals, the music. There's just so much to love in there. And it is like a general like step up from Mario 3, I suppose. Even though I still think I like 3 better. But yeah.
There was a frog.
There was a frog. Yeah, every now and then you get these frogs that are sitting on the wall, and if you look at them, you get a bunch of points. Like, it's so fun how they're like these creatures in Rayman's world, and they all interact with you in some way. It's really enjoyable.
It's a shame that you never got to play Mario 64 on the 64 while I had it.
Ah, yeah, because you sold it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I couldn't find... I had, like, the copy of, like, Mario 64, but I couldn't find, like, where I put that cartridge, I guess. And, like, I don't know. I had, like, the 64 console for, like, years. I was never using it, so I sold it.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And now it's being used to pay for my dentist bill, so here we are.
Yeah, so here we are. That's important, too.
Yeah.
Man, I do own a flipping Sega Saturn, and that is so cool. I can play Nights on that.
Yeah, I wonder if I should try finding an SNES of, like, Super Metroid, because, like, you know, that's... Of the Metroid games, it's always, like, seen as, like, one of the best ones up there.
Oh, yeah. Super Metroid's cool. Like, I'm not really a Metroid guy, but I did find Super Metroid pretty interesting. Like, I played it on the Wii U Virtual Console for a bit.
Are you a Metroid envy?
Sure. No, I like the first game. I played quite a bit of that. Never completed it though, but I played a little bit of Prime. Didn't really like it, unfortunately. I think it's cool, but like I don't vibe with it somehow. And it's such a bummer because these games look so flipping awesome. I just love the characters and the things and locations and the creatures, but just the general gameplay and just getting lost in them, I don't enjoy.
Oh, sorry, I'm eating, so I can't respond.
How dare you? You consume nutrients on my show?
I probably don't need to eat every time I'm like on this like calls.
It is pretty funny how every time it just happens to line up with lunch.
Yeah. That's the effects of like I don't know, long distance dating, like different whatever like time zones.
Time zones, yeah. Usually, like around this time, I usually finished eating some stuff, and it's very fun. Like every now and then when my friends and I do a call, or when I do a stream, or just recording anything, like it always happens to be on the day that I eat something that is extremely bad for me, like pizza or a burger or something, and then my friends are like, "Hey Mark, how's it going?" And I'm just sitting there like, "Hello, how you doing?"
You know what I
feeling
hear?
like the most disgusting person in the world.
You know what I hear, Mark? You know what I hear?
Yeah.
I hear a little bitch that doesn't know how to eat his fucking pizza.
I can eat my pizza. Digesting is a different story.
That sounds like whiny little bitch alert. Oh my god.
Sounds like a little bitch. Little bitch. 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 I love just randomly saying bitch. It's from this one clip that somebody dubbed over from regular show, where Mordecai or like a different character just randomly says like bitch, like specifically in that tone, and it's so fun to say.
I think that clip was like parodying those actual videos. I was like, oh my god, they cussed in like regular show, and like they have like minor curse words in like the first season. Because I think I don't have proof of this. It's just like observation, but I think the first season might have been originally for like Adult Swim, because it does have a bit more crash jokes and like vibes and stuff, and it also features adult characters. But then I don't know, maybe they thought it was better for like kids, or it wasn't crass enough for Adult Swim, you know?
Yeah, I see.
But like it's mild swearing, like crap, and also piss. Piss? Like when they say piss, that like generally like flabbergasted me as a kid. Flabbergasted me, that's not a term.
Flabbergasted.
Wait,
my guests were flabbered, okay?
What were you gonna say?
I've seen that clip of when he says like, "You pissed me off." It's really fun the way he says it. I've never really enjoyed regular show that much. I've seen like a couple episodes, but it wasn't really up my alley. But I do respect it. Like it's funny. Like I see why people like it.
Fun fact: they actually dubbed that over in like some takes. So like on the HBO Max version, it's pissed me off. In the Hulu version, it's ticked me off.
Ah, frog! I love those little frogs. I should make like a little clay figure of one of those frogs. They're so cute.
Yeah, cool.
Frogs are very nice. I should make like a little teensy for myself. I love teensies. Teensies are the little guys like... Huh?
I feel like you already made a teensy, or you have like a little teensy figure or something kind.
No, I don't. I don't think there's any official teensy figures as far as I know.
I wasn't saying official. Like maybe I'm misremembering that with the magnets or something.
No, the magnets were like the masks from Rayman 2, which are also really cool.
Right, and I think that covers it here.
Yep,
yeah.
That's an episode.
Alright, bye everyone.
Right on time. See you next one. Bye-bye.
Skibidi toilet. Bye.
No!